So I've shared this story before, but it was, I wrote it in the caption, and it's about, I mentioned it in my last post about God, how the Holy Spirit asked me a question. This happened years ago. In fact, I think I was in my early 20s or thereabout. There was this lady in my house then, in my area then, that, very pretty lady. You know, when a guy says another lady is pretty, very pretty. And we see, she goes out in the evenings and all that, comes back in the morning. And a lot of people, everybody in the area, people in my house, everybody like, imagine, she don't dey go again. Oh my God, she's going, you know. And news got to us, now gossip and all that stuff. News got to us that she was a night worker and all that. She sells her body and all. And then so that goes on. We kept doing stuff. We kept talking about her and all. And then one fateful day, the Holy Spirit reminded me, or asked me this question and said, "What if you are in our shoes?" Oh my God, that shut me up. That made me realize so many things, that you don't know what people are going through. I said a bit of this in my last post, but this story it's been with me for a long time. You don't know what people are going through. Another one happened with my husband, and he shared with me, before we got married, and then that in their area, when you see a lady that is just okay, they are doing their thing, and all of a sudden you just notice that, she's selling her body and all that. And then, the same thing people do, every one of us, talk and, gossip and see all these things. And God asked my husband, to go and talk to the lady. He was kind of, in a way, a bit reluctant at first, because he felt like, what will people say? Or what will people think? We say these things a lot. And then eventually he went and he talked and, asked questions that, how are you, that questions goes a long way. How are you? When you really, really mean it. And the lady opened up and was saying all manner of things that, the dad died, the mother was in the army or the police, but she had an accident and she couldn't work in anymore, and there was no one to take care of them. And then the lady now went to the uncle for help, and the uncle demanded that you have to sleep with her before he could, he can even offer any help. Imagine that. And then this lady just felt like, if my uncle can, ask me, I'm not sure whether she did, with the uncle, but like, why not? And then that was how she started selling her body to help her parent, to help her mom and the, siblings, and to, feed and all that. It is amazing, like I mentioned earlier, that how we judge people without knowing what they are going through. It is amazing how we just, feel that we are better than them. How we just feel that, whatever, and then not ask questions. Not everyone will be able to go and, talk to people, but we can always pray. You can always, maybe, I don't know, whatever it is that God will place in your heart to do. So my story that I mentioned earlier, the lady, after a short period of time, I guess it wasn't so long, we just saw that she was out of her senses. Like, how will I put it? She lost her senses, and she started wearing rags. She started like, what happened to this lady? And then news came. People always talk and say, oh, maybe they used that for rituals and all that stuff. And it pained me. It really got to me, like, when the Holy Spirit asked me if I was in her shoes, and then, like, you could have, gone close to her. You should have asked questions. You should have been, lend that helping hand or something. And then, of course, I asked God for, grace, because it really touched me, because I felt like, okay, what if I had gone and talked to her and, said stuff, and maybe that wouldn't have happened to her. And it felt like it was too late, But then I still prayed, like prayed and like asked God to, turn the things around and all. But then I don't know if you know someone. It's not just about ladies now. People maybe smoking and all that, or maybe these things. There's some things people smoke and then it just turn their head and all. We shouldn't just go about judging. We shouldn't. When God said love your neighbor, this is what He's saying. Love them the way you love yourself. Pray for them. Give them a helping hand. Do something amazing for them. Like I said, whatever God will, ask you to do, whatever the Holy Spirit will put in your heart to do, please don't hesitate to do it. Please, that is what just this world is all about. Just to love people, pray for people, provide whatever it is you can do, and God will help us as we do. God will help us. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps someone. I'll see you again. Bye.